Hi friends, this is Silver from Egg Feathers Homestead. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing, you can guess, I'm making cookies. I wanted to talk today a little bit different, about something a little bit different, and I apologize for looking down, but I do have to scoop my dough. So the other day, actually let's see, this starts about 3 weeks ago. I buy a lot of flour for my cookies, like a lot of flour. I buy it by 50-pound sacks. It's the most economical way for me. It makes sense. And I buy it from a local grocer who is able to get wholesale pricing on their flour. So about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, I think it's more like 3 weeks ago, I got my normal order and it was $17 and some change a bag, which is really good for wholesale, good name brand flour. When I used to do a few distribution truck orders, it was the same price. So about 2 weeks ago, I decided to order some more because I was watching trends and seeing how flour was rising in price. So I called the grocer and I said, I want to get more flour. And he said, okay, it's up to $10 or $20 a bag. I was like, well, okay, I'm going to place a really big order then because I want to make sure I have enough. So I got that, and then last week I thought, well, let me just see how it's going because I keep hearing rumors about wheat and things like that. So I called my grocer back and I said, I'd like to order more flour. What is it a bag? And he said it had gone up to $25 a bag. So I went ahead and bought some because I know I'll go through it. So my point here is, over the past month, my flour has gone up. Let's see, almost, $8 a bag in just a matter of a month. Now, I don't have time to extensively research the news sources. However, I watch channels that do, like Pinball Preparedness, The Prepared Homestead, Ice Age Farmer. These folks have been following the trends. So China said that they're having one of their worst years possibly on record for their winter wheat crop. From what I understand, that's about 40% of our wheat imports. So do the math, or 40% of global wheat. So do the math on that one. China has been buying up grains from other countries over the past year, like a lot, because they don't want their people to starve. So Silver, what's your point? What are you getting at? My point is, you need to prepare, and it's not too late. It's never too late. As long as the product is on the shelf, it is never too late. Do not buy more than you need, but take care of your family. Rules of thumb, you hear varying opinions. Have enough food for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years is ideal. Okay, so if you know that you bake bread for your family, go buy enough flour for bread for 6 months. Since flour does go rancid, if you don't have Mylar and 5-gallon buckets, or you don't have freezer space, then okay, buy what you can use realistically. Excuse me, I had to count my dough balls. Okay, there we go. So, our channel is not only about how to make cookies and bread and raise animals and grow a garden and preserve, but we're also about preparedness. That's part of why we homestead, because there are things that happen in the world. There may be a small SHTF event. For those of you that don't know, that stuff hits the fan because, we try and remain child friendly here. You never know. Is the power going to go out? Are people going to panic buy water or flour or bread and milk? Those are the things. We all have those situations in our life. It could be loss of a job. It could be a serious medical issue. I mean, last fall we had a major medical issue here in our house, and that could have been devastating had we not been prepared and not for the help of our church community. So being prepared is something that's just wise to do. And it's funny because I watch these different channels and there are so many schools of thought on preparedness. Well, okay, if the rapture's coming, then what does it matter, or whatever? It matters every day. Our job is to be prepared and take care of our family, because we don't know the hour. We don't know the day. We're but men, and our responsibility is to take care of our family. So that's why I say be prepared. Get the things that you and your family eat while you can. In our family, we eat a lot of beans and rice, so I buy a lot of beans and rice. I like to have beans canned. It's such a great convenience food. So that's what I do. I buy 25, 50-pound sacks of beans and I preserve them. I buy wheat berries from a local farmer. We're very blessed to have that here. This is the time to be sourcing places to buy your food other than regular grocery stores. I know that we have Amish stores, discount stores, a 2-hour drive away. And if need be, I'm going to turn you a little bit there. You see my seed starting station. I'm still learning how to do this right back there. And my maple buckets, unfortunately, I tapped the first time and then I quit because the temperature got too low. But nature decided to go ahead and bud the trees, so now I can't tap because it will taste off. So big bummer there. I have the supplies next year to tap my trees. I guess I'm stuck buying maple for another year. Interestingly enough, we have an organic maple farm here in Iowa, about 1.5 hours north from me. And 1 hour north from me, I have the bee lady I go to get all of my raw honey and beeswax. So, hey, works for me. That's what I'm saying. Get to know your local area. If you don't know, reach out. Those resources are going to be absolutely invaluable in the coming months. No matter what your stance is, what your beliefs are, anybody can see times are getting hard, gas is getting more expensive. It's here, folks. It's not conspiracy theory, it's reality. And projections say, common sense says, it's going to get worse before it gets better, if it gets better. So, what can you do to save money on groceries? Meal plan. It's not easy. I really am not a big fan of meal planning. However, from a budget standpoint, it's the way to go, because then you know exactly what you need to buy at the store. Try to eat out less. Again, I know that's not always easy. You get in a pinch, you don't have anything made, you don't have any freezer meals, or whatever the case might be. Shoot, let's get takeout. I've been there so many times. But these are the things that help you survive in the times that come. I know in our family we don't particularly travel a lot, but when we do, we drive a 15-passenger van. So I have to be really careful about how I spend my miles. Find local, like-minded people to be your support network. It's absolutely important. You can try and go alone all you want, but at some point you're going to need community. So if you can't grow a garden, find somebody who has a big yard that you can. Grow stuff in pots. Join the CSA. Find a local farm to volunteer at in exchange for produce. We have a farm here that does that. You go volunteer your time, you get a CSA box every week. There's always ways. I don't care if you're in the inner city, there's a way, no matter what. This is the time to take care of each other. Here in our local area, I'm about to start a mutual assistance group. That's what I heard it called, but I don't know. I just call it a group of homesteaders, or wannabe homesteaders, or just people who want to be more self-sufficient. Because the time isn't sometime later, it's now. And if you haven't grasped the urgency of that, I sure hope that you start looking at some alternative news sources, because the news doesn't want you to see how bad it's getting. The news would rather you remain ignorant and happy and just eating the party line. If you've never read the book 1984, I think you should, because you might find it's really, really interesting. I find it fascinating how some things are paralleling our current society. But that's neither here nor there. No matter how we got here or why we got here, we're here. So I implore you, get to know local farmers, local tradespeople, find places where you can get the foods that you enjoy that are not Walmart or Aldi or Costco or Sam's, or here we have Hy-Vee. Like, find some local small town grocery stores, because those big stores, something happens, they're gonna get cleared out. The little small town grocers, quite often you can get them to order 50-pound bags of flour for you, or you can request cases of produce. See if you have Amish or Mennonite communities around you. There are different ways that you can not only survive, but thrive. So I know my message today is a little bit different than usual, but I just feel compelled to tell you, based on my experience just with flour and watching prices going up left and right, now is the time, if you are able in any way, to stock up on things that you need. Find people who are like-minded. See what you can do to be a community. Because we are not here to just survive. We are here to thrive. We are here to be joyful. So whatever that is for you, go for it. I will have more videos on canning. I'm looking at my canned black beans over there. Preserving, growing, because we're entering that season. And just general homestead life. We're a channel about food, but there's a whole lot more out there. So I look forward to learning with you. Stay safe, guys. Stay prepared. Take care of each other. And find your people. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.